over 13 million hits a month. Okay? ThePioneerWoman.com is by far one of the most popular on the internet, and it celebrates Ree's love for food, photography, and family, and follows her daily life as a wife and mother on a working cattle ranch in Oklahoma. Ree is also the New York Times bestselling author of The Pioneer Woman Cooks, and this spring she will also publish her first children's book about her irresistibly cute basset hound, Charlie the Ranch Dog. Tonight, Ree is here to share with us her latest book, which is The Pioneer Woman, Black Heels to Tractor Wheels, which shares the delightful love story between Ree and her husband, the Marlboro Man. I actually got to look at him, guys. He's kind of cute. Following the surprising courtship between an LA glamour girl and an Oklahoma cowboy, Black Heels to Tractor Wheels is full of all the humor, charm, and inspiration that has made Ree and the Pioneer Woman loved by millions. Please give it up for an author, photographer, down-home cook, mother, and reluctant ranch wife, Ree Drummond.
Good night, guys. I'm so glad there's a podium up here because I need something to help me stand. So nice to see you guys. I'm so excited to be here. I was in St. Louis in '09, the end of '09, and it was one of my favorite signings, and I wanted to come back. So this microphone's going to make me even more nervous. This doesn't get any easier. I am shaking and nervous wreck. So my strength is meeting each of you one-on-one, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I won't talk very long, but
it's meant to make most people feel better about their energy level.
Yes.
From Charlie to Kitty Kitty, I was wondering during the blizzard and the bad weather you had, did Kitty Kitty get to come inside, or where did...
Yeah, I can't get it through my head that it's a male. Yeah, I conveniently left town and headed to Los Angeles when we got the blizzard, Snowmageddon. And before that, I was in New York for the first Snowmageddon. So my lovely husband had to take care of all the animals and the kids. And but yeah, they come inside. The kitty kitty has to. We let him in. He has to be locked in the mudroom though, because he doesn't have any boundaries. So.
If you have a question, raise your hand and we will come to you with microphones.
Yes, I'm sweating. I just wanted to preempt that.
At what point did your blog really grow? Did it kind of go up with a boom, or did it gradually grow as your cookbook was introduced?
If you saw a graph of my site's traffic, it's like this for about 5 years. It's just been a steady growth. There have been a couple of moments where there were spikes, but it always went back down and kind of continued the steady growth. And I think I never really wanted to have a big, well, they call it an Oprah moment, where you have this huge spike in traffic. I wanted to blog regularly, and I wanted people to come back the next day. So for me, I always focused less on tricks to get traffic and more on my content and wanting to. Plus, I always say this: I have middle child syndrome. And I didn't want people to come to my site and be bored or not have anything to take away. So I either wanted to have a recipe or, a blog post or something. So, and that would be a piece of advice I would give to any bloggers, who get frustrated with traffic, is just focus on your content. And it'll pay off eventually. You have to be patient.
About how long does it take you to write a novel such as your most recent one, since it is pretty much your life story?
Well, I sort of cheated and wrote it online over a period of 18 months. So I started writing this in September of 2007. And it turned into an online serial romance, basically. And I would post every other day, and then I'd do every other week, and then I'd do once a month. So parts 1 and 2 represent what I wrote online. And it's interesting because when I sat down to write part 3, which is not online, it was a totally different experience for me. And I realized I will never be a serious author because it was kind of in a vacuum, and it was a different experience than what I'd had with the serial, where I'd post an installment and then, you know, have a response and then post the next one. So it was tough to write that third part. So yeah, I got to experience, but it made me really appreciate authors who churn out books once a year. I can't wrap my brain around it. And that's why I like blogging so much, because it's stream of consciousness. I can wake up and what's in my brain comes out and winds up on the computer screen, sometimes unfortunately so. So it was an interesting experience.